What's going on, everybody? So, we just finished watching episode 1 of VELMA, season 2. Now, for those of you who've been following the channel for a long time, you've seen I did episode reviews for season 1. Feel free to go back and check those out so you can see my opinions in depth. But my opinion of episode 1 of season 2 is that it's better. Let me say this, by the way. When I say this, don't take it right away. Let me finish my complete thought, because it's not how it sounds at the beginning. It's better than season 1 in a lot of areas. Animation is obviously improved because it's the second season, right? Obviously, they got a bigger budget. They're able to do better stuff with what they're given, right? Voice acting is better as well. Fred has developed as a character. Everyone is developed as a character, so they're not as horrible as they were in season 1. They are a bit better, not great. Let me nip that in the bud right there. Not great. They're better. All right, so you have to recognize that at the very least. The jokes are a lot better. From what I've seen so far. I remember in season 1, they were just so cruel. Every joke targeted every demographic in the worst way possible. And I did not like that. I don't want to watch a show that I'm already on the edge about. I'm not sure if it's going to be any good. And then it's insulting me and other people the entire time we're watching the show. Not a good time. But season 2, episode 1 definitely improves a bit on the jokes. They're still a bit dark, but not as dark as they used to be. We get a lot of the characters to kind of... What's the words I'm thinking? What are the words I'm trying to make into a sentence here? So, end of season 1, they had a lot of issues with their dynamic. This episode is the start of the characters trying to fix that. You have Velma trying to fix things with Daphne because Daphne was mad/jealous because of her relationship with Norville and what that meant and what that entailed and how that kind of ties back into the overall side of things. And then she's trying to repair things with Norville as well. And Norville is kind of struggling in this start of second season with the fact that he knows he killed Fred's mother. So he's struggling with knowing that he killed somebody like Fred's mom. And so he's seeing things. Everywhere Norville goes, he's seeing a half-dead Fred who just is yelling at him for killing his mom. So it's not the worst yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. Still is not great. A lot of what makes this show. But with that being said, first episode wasn't bad. I'll give him that. First episode wasn't bad. Don Knotts, sheriff officer, died, unfortunately. He was one of the best things in the show, in my opinion. I thought his character was just... I love how they keep bringing back this Don Knotts character and putting him in different roles. But I loved that. They're doing a lot of things where they're introducing a character, and I kind of like this, but at the same time, I kind of hate it. Because I know what they're doing. They introduce a character that's makes you super suspicious, this guy might be the suspect, and then he dies. That's what happens in this episode. There's a guy who, even me as the audience, I'm well, I know Scooby-Doo movies, I know Scooby-Doo, I know where that character is going, or I know this type of character, So, I bet you he's the villain. And then they kill him off. So I'm well, that can't be him. And I respect that, but at the same time, I dislike it to a degree because I'm if you just keep doing that, it starts to make it not special anymore. Like, I really hope what they should do is introduce a bunch of characters where everybody might be the suspect. That's what I think is the best option overall. But anyways, that's probably my review for the first episode of Season 1 of Velma. Not much to talk about, if only because it's frickin' Velma Season 2. I mean, there wasn't much I was expecting out of this. In fact, I was pretty blown away with what I got. Oh, before I end the review, HEX girls are introduced, and they just look awful. They just look awful. They look like they've been injecting heroin for like 10 years straight. Like, they look horrible. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of it. But anyways, that's the review. What did you guys think about Velma Season 2 so far? I do know all 10 episodes are currently out on Max. However, I'm doing them episodically, and these reviews will be episodic. So feel free to leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of the series so far. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thanks so much to Loser HD, The Plush Experience, Kame Senin, and Susan Simone for becoming members. If you would also like to become a member, on my channel there is listed multiple different tier levels, and you can pick out which one is best for you.